X Challenge in the Classics confirmed! Rockman X Dive, more like Rockman Cross Dive. Hello everyone, ShadowRock here with yet another update on Rockman X Dive. 3 in a row so soon? Yeah, there's a lot going on lately. First off, happy Dive Festival! The Ultimate Armor X banner, the Steam Chameleon event, and the whole Dive Festival events are now live for everyone to play, like right now. If you want more information on all of that, I did do another video yesterday, so you can check it out for yourself, and we will be streaming all that stuff later today as well. But the focus of today's video is going to be on what's coming in the near future for the game. That's because Capcom Taiwan has posted another trailer showing what we're going to be getting in the major update that's coming out on May 14th. Now, there's going to be a bit of an asterisk here because it turns out we're not going to be getting the full updates on May 14th. It's going to be a portion of it. The short of it is that on May 14th, you're going to have a level cap raised to level 70. Yeah, not 80, 70. We get one new stage in the story mode, along with the hard mode for the sky stage, the Jacob's Elevator Challenge, which is a new addition to the challenge mode, and a new Dr. Light's lab mechanic. Yeah, remember that Dr. Light capsule tease that we thought was for the Ultimate Armor X banner? No, this is what it was for. Interesting. We'll be examining these in further detail in just a bit, but yeah, that's all we're getting on May 14th. And I know you're already wondering, wait, what happened to the level 80 cap we saw in the last trailer? And not to mention, there was also the military stage that they teased as well. What happened to all that? Well, at the end of the trailer, they mentioned that the major update will be gradually released after May 14th. One could take this to mean that whatever is shown in this video would be released gradually after the date. I believe what they're trying to say here is that the whole major update is going to be released periodically. Basically, they're making this into two parts. The first part is going to be level 70 with the new Area Forest stage. Then later down the line, they're going to release the level 80 cap with the military train stage and so on. By the way, I totally called that they're going to add one new stage per 10 levels. Why are they doing this in parts exactly? Well, if you've been in the X Dive scene since the game launched, you may have seen a lot of people just rushing through all the content at once, and then after the fact complaining that there's not enough content. Well duh, you just played through the whole game in a flash. Of course there's no content left. So I believe to kind of counteract that, they're releasing this update in parts, so that people don't take the whole thing and just rush through to the end right away. It also encourages people to keep coming back to the game and keep playing it as they release new content over a time period. We don't know exactly how long this is going to take or how often the updates will be, but I can't see this being a overall good strategy for them in a business sense. They don't have to exhaust all the content they developed right away, while people just rush right through them, and they can keep people coming back for more. After all, it would be borderline false advertisement if they teased that military train station at level 80 cap and they just didn't deliver on it at all. So it would indeed be in their best interest to release it all. It's just the fact that they were going to release it in parts. That's enough waffling though, let's actually take a closer look at each of the things we are getting in this May 14th update. In this footage of the Area Forest stage in story mode, we have the scene of a poison ivy trap on the bottom, as well as a couple of new enemies. The main attraction here is the Prion Gunner from Mega Man X Command Mission. Oh yeah, more Command Mission enemies. And we also have the Baton Bon S from Mega Man X8. In the next scene, they seemingly confirmed that Steam Chameleon will once again be the boss for Area Forest, just like how he was in the co-op stages and even the new event too. A little odd considering that they've always changed around the bosses in the co-op stages versus the story mode, but alright. This would also mean that for the time being, Storm Eagle is going to be locked away behind that event that just ended. I still think that he's going to show up eventually, but for now, yeah. I hope he took advantage of that event if you want the Storm Tornado. In addition, like we touched on already, there will also be the hard mode version of the Sky Stage. There's nothing new here or interesting to talk about, but while I'm here, I do want to mention how cool it is that they changed Ultimate Armor X's charging animation to the X4 version, my personal favorite charging animation from the X series, and probably in the Mega Man franchise in general. It looks awesome, and I love that they added that little detail. It looks like unique charging animations is going to be a common theme among the X armors as they release them. Now here's the big stuff. The Jacob Elevator Challenge, which is going to be part of the challenge mode, is even a tab on the left side. And now that they're making tabs on the left side, there was quite a room there for even more challenge modes in the future. I wonder how many they have planned. Maybe this is where a raid mode would go in the future. There's no point in going too deep with this for right now because it is going to come out next week. But from the menu we can gather that there's going to be several different levels to challenge, and for beating each level you will get rewards. As for the challenge itself, it's pretty much as I predicted in the previous videos. It's looking like a horde mode of sorts as you fight several waves of enemies as you go up the elevator. Heading on back to the menus, there is a couple of interesting things to note here. The first, as it seems that you are encouraged to use specific types of weapons for these challenges. For example, you may get a 30% boost for using a saber in level 1 or using a launcher in level 2. In addition, much like story mode, there will be a normal and hard mode for each of the levels, each with their own power level recommendations of course. You'll even encounter bosses in the Jacob Elevator Challenge, perhaps every 5 levels or so based on this footage. The first boss is of course the giant from X3. The final thing to note is the fact that there seems to be a time limit on this challenge. I don't know why that's there or what it's for, we'll probably have to find that out next week. Maybe they'll change out the rewards or something every 2 months. Otherwise, I got nothing. Lastly, it's the Dr. Light's lab mechanic that is being revealed in this video. From what I can tell, it's sort of like that Hunter Metal event we had a while ago. Even the icons on the screen translate to drop activities. When you complete a stage, you have a chance of getting these program fragments, which is a new type of currency that you can spend in the Dr. Light's lab, in exchange for items such as the MP chips that we see here. It's funny that we technically have 2 labs in the game now, but Dr. Light's lab seems to be more focused on farming different kinds of materials like the MP chips. My theory being maybe there's 4 different kinds of things you can farm from this, depending on the color of the program fragment. That's all for the trailer, but wait, there's more because I literally just got back from watching the new Rockman X DiVE Direct. They don't really call it that, but that's basically what it was. The producer of Rockman X DiVE hosted a live stream on the Facebook page, and there's a lot of juicy things to be had in here. Strap in and get ready for some good stuff. We'll start off small and get bigger. In the section where they're talking about the hard mode for the Sky Stage, we see the rewards you get for completing 5-4, and it does confirm that the Sky Stage hard mode will get you the precision materials, which is what you're going to need in order to max out your S-rank characters, as well as getting the max level for analyzing your chips. Next is the confirmation that Research Level 4 is coming in the update. They don't show what you can craft in this level, but hopefully it's some good stuff like A-rank memories. Now let's talk more about the Orbital Elevator Jacob Elevator Challenge. They showed a lot more floors during this live stream. Looks like there's gonna be 30 floors in total just based on the images here. But the big reveal here is we got X Challenge. No, seriously, level 15 is a boss fight with Chill Penguin and Overdrive Ostrich at the same time, just like in X Challenge. It definitely looks the chaotic part. Though, since this is X DiVE, hilariously this may be either way easier or way harder than X Challenge, depending on your power level in relation to the bosses. Still, say what you will about X Challenge, I think it's pretty cool that they're revisiting this idea. And you know, this is X DiVE, so now we can play X Challenge 2.0 with a lot of different characters and not just X. Awesome. One more thing to note in this section is that apparently you get a buff for using Zero's Rikoha skill as well. So they're definitely wanting you to use Zero. Interesting. Another observation in the orbital elevator mode is that when you're looking at the characters in the select screen, they have a little battery icon next to each of them. We don't know exactly what this is for, but we've been theorizing in the Discord server that maybe this means that you'll have a limited amount of uses for a specific character when you're playing the elevator mode, in order to discourage the multiple uses of one character to bust through everything. And now here come the leaks, courtesy of Capcom themselves. In the footage while they're browsing the character setup screen, they ended up revealing a lot of new weapons that are coming in the major update. And I can't tell if it was on purpose or on accident, because when the woman in the video sees the weapons they're showing, she kinda does a quick like they messed up or something. That was priceless. And if they did mess up, I feel kinda bad for them, but more content for us. The new weapons include Rogue Sword from Mega Man Star Force 2. Yeah, a Star Force weapon. Copy X's Buster from the Mega Man Zero series, and literally Airman's head as a buster to complement that Napalm Man head, I guess. Another thing that seemingly got slipped out is this banner ad featuring Black Zero. Now, this isn't the Super Up capsule, this is an event. So maybe there'll be some kind of event after the update where you can get Black Zero memories or something. But it is pretty interesting because we haven't had an event stage about a specific character yet. The most exciting part of this livestream though was at the very end, where they finally at long last confirmed that Mega Man Classic, Roll, and Proto Man are coming to the game. In fact, I'll even say they're the next banners. Except for Classic Mega Man, maybe he's an event character. Let's analyze this footage. Starting off with the Blue Bomber himself. We got his animation in the character select screen where he puts on the helmet. He's got the rock hair going on. That's awesome. In the next clip, we got what looks like an event stage taking place in the cyberspace. You have the green orbs to dodge as you fly on Rush Jet. People took this at first to be that maybe Mega Man is going to get Rush Jet as part of his moveset, but actually if you look at the skill icons on the bottom, he's going to have Leaf Shield from Mega Man 2 and his Charge Shot. And that's why I say this is probably a unique event stage that's coming after the update, where you will pilot Rush Jet. It would make a lot of sense to coincide with the banners. Now, whether this event is exclusive to Mega Man himself, that remains to be seen, but I would guess that you would get him right out the gate. Boy, it would be funny to see X and the other Maverick Hunters riding Rush Jet. But I don't know, maybe this will be a classic only thing. Now here is a demo of Mega Man's actual skills. We got the Leaf Shield, and check this out. This is no ordinary charge shot. That, folks, is a double gear charge shot. Yeah, the design of Mega Man in this game may be based on his pre-Mega Man 11 look, but no, there's the double gear charge shot. That is really epic. Let's look at the other characters. We got Proto Man, where we can see him do the slide. Yep, it looks like the classic characters can indeed slide in Rockman X DiVE. Very cool that they kept that detail in. Presumably the maneuver will replace the dash. The classic characters can still double jump as well, but we haven't seen them do any wall jumping yet, so the jury is still out on that one. They probably will though, let's be honest. Anyway, Proto Man's skills include his trusty Proto Shield and his charge shot. We even see the Proto Shield in action as it blocks a shot from the Goliath. Last but not least is Roll. With her first skill, she can summon Eddie, who drops an item in this scene. Not much to tell other than that, but he may be able to drop the bombs for Mega Man 8 as well, since you know this is her Mega Man 8 outfit, and the bomb is right there in the skill icon. We don't get to see it in action here, but the other skill is the mop that she usually has in the crossover games and in Mega Man Powered Up as well. Typical Roll stuff there. Otherwise, yeah, that's most of the information on these classic characters for now. I'll even give you a little bit that wasn't in this trailer. Roll is actually an A rank character, Proto Man as an S rank, and it seems like Mega Man's gonna be a B rank, but I'm not 100% sure on that last one. Still pretty relieving to me that they're not all gonna be S rank. So at least you can get a classic character relatively easily. It has begun, folks. This game is starting to become a crossover now, and it's pretty hype, not gonna lie. even though it does mean more gotcha bait, but what can you do? Well, in the developer's case, what they can do is listen to us once again. Well, they didn't listen on that whole pizza cutter situation, but they have listened on other things as they detailed in their official news post about the May 14th update. Here's the summary. With the update, the player level 70 will be open. Game system improvements include the addition of what they're calling the infinity status after receiving damage in all modes except battle mode. I think what they're trying to say here, because English, is that we got iframes, boys. Finally, we've been asking for iframes since the beta, and they're finally giving it to us. Although that's not going to be a thing in the PvP modes, which kind of makes sense because with iframes it'd be harder to combo things. I do understand that, but still, really cool that they're doing that finally. Another favorite of mine is that they are adding a send all button for the friends list when you're sending everyone your AP for the day. Yay, laziness! There's also UI improvements, configuration functions for the D-pad directional keys, which is really good, that's something I asked for, and more support for more gamepad. In addition, modifier detection improvement, game crashing fixes, new weapons, new characters, new armors, new chips, new levels, the Dr. Light's lab event system being added, and yeah, they're calling it an event system. So I wonder if this will be a limited thing or this is a permanent thing. I'm not sure about that one, but the event system terminology is interesting. Now here's the big poggers. Capsule draw rate improvement. Oh yes, that's good because right now the rates have been pretty abysmal, especially because characters and weapons have been in the same pool all this time, so even if you pull an S rank you may get something you don't want very easily just by the fact that weapons are in there too. So while we don't know by how much it's gonna help, hopefully that draw rate improvement does do some things for the gacha system. Like I said, research level 4 is added, as well as character skill and animation improvements. This looks like a really good update, and once again it's nice to see the developers listening to the feedback and making changes based on it. Now they just need to do something about PvP. Here's the thing though, these update notes do not mention the Jacob Orbital Elevator challenge at all. What could that mean? Could it not be there for the May 14th update after all, despite being in that trailer about the 14th update? Who knows, but if we look at the stream, like I said, there is a date and time set for the challenge, and in that footage, it's set for June 4th, interestingly enough. So that ain't May 14th. Does that mean that the challenge is supposed to go live on June 4th instead? I guess there's only one way to find out. Wait until next week. Well folks, we have come to the end of this Rockman X DiVE update. It ended up being a lot bigger one than I was anticipating when I started recording this. But yeah, this is a good day for this game. A lot of cool announcements. Which one was your favorite? Was it the classic characters, X Challenge 2.0, or something else? Let me know in the comments. And for more on this game and other things Mega Man, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on and have an excellent day.